Why gold matters in sport. When a commentator shouts the word gold, something changes instantly. The reaction is emotional, immediate, and powerful. It is not the same as hearing silver or bronze. Gold carries a different weight. It represents the highest possible achievement in sport, the moment when an athlete reaches the very top of human performance. Even though Olympic medals contain only a small amount of real gold, their symbolic value is enormous. They represent years of sacrifice, discipline, pain, and persistence. Behind every gold medal are early mornings, injuries, failures, and moments when giving up would have been easier. That is why gold is never just a reward. It is the visible result of an invisible journey. Gold as immortality. Gold transforms athletes into legends. It is not simply recognition for performance, it is recognition that lasts beyond time. Records can be broken, statistics can change, and new champions can emerge, but a gold medal captures a moment that cannot be repeated. For one brief point in history, that athlete was the best in the world. That moment becomes permanent. It becomes part of memory, culture, and identity. This is why gold is often described as immortality in sport. It preserves not only victory, but the emotion surrounding it, the tears, the crowd, the anthem, and the realization that years of effort finally meant something. Icons of golden success. From ancient Olympians to modern superstars like Messi, Phelps, and Bolt, gold connects generations. It links past victories with present achievements and reminds us that greatness is timeless. Each gold medal tells a story of determination and human potential. In sport, gold is not about money or luxury. It is about legacy. It is the moment when effort becomes memory and memory becomes history. And once history is written, it never disappears. Ancient Olympia and victory. Imagine ancient Olympia around 400 BC. There were no stadium lights, no cameras, no sponsorship deals, and no global broadcasts. Only athletes and spectators gathered under the open sky, united by competition and excitement. Winners did not receive gold medals. Instead, they were given a simple olive wreath. By modern standards, it seems modest, almost insignificant. But in reality, the meaning of victory was enormous. It represented honor, pride, and recognition that extended far beyond the competition itself. Victory was not just personal. It belonged to the entire community. Reward beyond medals. When a champion returned home, he was treated like a hero. Poets wrote about his achievements, sculptors created statues, and citizens celebrated his success. His name became known, respected, and remembered. Doors opened for him everywhere. He gained honor, social status, and opportunities that lasted for years. Victory shaped not only his reputation, but his identity and his future. Even without a physical gold medal, society gave him something far more valuable: admiration. First, golden status. This was the beginning of what we now call golden status. Even without metal, victory represented something extraordinary. It meant immortality through fame and recognition. The idea of gold in sport started as a symbol, not an object. It was about how society valued achievement and how deeply people respected excellence. It showed that what truly matters is not the material prize, but the meaning behind the victory, the story behind the effort, and the memory left behind. That was the first true gold in sport. Jesse Owens at Berlin, 1936. The Olympic Games in Berlin in 1936 were not just a sporting event. They were a political stage. The world watched closely as ideology and sport collided under the shadow of propaganda and power. Adolf Hitler intended the games to showcase the supposed superiority of his regime. Then Jesse Owens stepped onto the track. He was a young athlete from the United States, raised in poverty, carrying not only the pressure of competition, but also the weight of history. The atmosphere in the stadium was tense. Every race felt bigger than sport itself. 4 gold medals. Over 4 unforgettable days, Owens delivered one of the greatest performances in Olympic history. He won gold in the 100 meters, the 200 meters, the long jump, and the 4x100 relay. Each victory was powerful, each moment challenged expectations, each finish line crossed was a statement. His success was not only about speed and skill, it was about resilience, courage, and determination. He proved that talent and discipline matter more than ideology or prejudice. The crowd watched, the world reacted, and history changed. Gold as truth. Owens' medals became more than symbols of sport. They represented truth. They challenged false narratives and demonstrated the power of human ability. Photographs of his victories traveled across the globe. Headlines carried his name. His achievements inspired millions and reshaped how people viewed sport and equality. In that moment, gold was no longer just a medal. It became a message that ability cannot be limited by background, a message that courage can confront hatred, a message that sport can reveal what is real when politics tries to control perception. His legacy continues today, reminding us that sometimes gold is not only about victory, it is about changing how the world thinks. Abebe Bikila's marathon. In 1960, during the Olympic Games in Rome, a quiet and determined athlete prepared for one of the most demanding races in sport, the marathon. His name was Abebe Bikila. He did not have proper running shoes that fit him, so he made an unusual decision. He would run barefoot. Spectators noticed immediately. Some were surprised, others skeptical. Could a barefoot runner really compete against the best athletes in the world? The race passed through historic streets, beneath ancient monuments, and alongside the Colosseum, symbols of an empire that once ruled vast territories. Historic victory. Bikila ran with calm focus and relentless determination. Step by step, kilometer by kilometer, he moved forward. He did not rush, he did not panic, he simply ran. As the race progressed, he began passing competitors. The crowd realized they were witnessing something extraordinary. After more than 2 hours of effort, Bikila crossed the finish line first, barefoot, victorious, unforgettable. His win shocked the world and became one of the most iconic moments in Olympic history. Symbol of independence. But this victory meant more than personal success. Bikila's gold medal became a symbol of a rising Africa, confident, strong, and ready to stand on the global stage. It showed that greatness can come from anywhere, regardless of resources or expectations. His achievement carried cultural and historical meaning beyond sport. Gold, in this moment, became a message of resilience, identity, and independence. It reminded the world that determination matters more than comfort, and belief matters more than limitation. Michael Phelps in Beijing. The Olympic Games in Beijing in 2008 became the stage for one of the greatest performances in sports history. All eyes were on swimmer Michael Phelps. Expectations were enormous. The world already knew his talent. The real question was not whether he would win, but how far he could go. Every race carried pressure. Every start carried anticipation. 8 gold medals. Race after race, Phelps dominated. He won 8 gold medals in a single Olympic Games, more than any athlete in history. Each victory required precision, discipline, and absolute focus. Swimming is a sport measured in milliseconds. One small mistake can cost everything. Yet Phelps maintained control, composure, and determination across every event. His performance pushed the limits of what people believed was possible. The golden standard. Phelps became known as the Golden Fish, a symbol of perfection in sport. His achievement set a new standard for excellence. When people speak about a gold standard, they often refer to moments like these, not just victories, but mastery. His story reminds us that greatness is never accidental. It is built through years of preparation, sacrifice, and belief in what others may consider impossible. Gold, in this case, was not only a medal, it became the definition of excellence itself.